Hello everyone, Shadefyre here, and welcome back to Let's Play Grounded. This is episode 11. Last time we took a little dip into the pond and got some of the equipment that we'll need to get into the pond lab. But today our goal is to get into the Haze Lab, because we got the diving knife that we'll need to swim through the tunnel. So let's gear up and get right out there. I don't want to spend too much time standing around talking. So what do we need? We need some smoothies. We need the diving knife, which we have. We need the brat bursts. I'm going to take all the ones I have. I made a couple extra ones. I don't remember if that happened between the last episode or the one before that, but I did another raid into the ant nest. Thankfully, it seems like that egg chamber really is close to the surface, so you can run in, grab them, and run out without really needing to fight very many ants. We could bring the gill tube, but that's going to be kind of a waste of a slot. Whatever. We're not going to get that much material out of the Haze Lab. We're mostly going in there for the chip. We'll grab that. We will grab... I don't think I need the shovel. Grab some arrows. And the gas mask. That's the big one, because we're going into the haze. And I'll bring one of these torches. We'll probably throw it away to free up some space. So, as you can see, our inventory is pretty full at the moment. And let's see, what else do we need? Do we have food? I don't have any food on me. So I'll bring a little bit of aphid jerky. Take a good sip of water, and we're ready to go. No faffing around standing here. Still no attacks on the base yet. I'm starting to think that maybe I didn't need this wall after all. Alright, so we know that the entrance is over here. We might go hit up that other pipe, just while we have all the stuff on us, because that needed the same things to get into in order to grab that Minotaur Key. And we're going to want to have that when we run into the actual place to use it. We could also go up to the picnic table, but that's a maybe. We have a lot of potential places we can go right now, and we just kind of have to check them off one at a time. We're going the right way. What I really want to be on the lookout for is milk molars, because now that we can harvest them, I want to find as many as possible and, you know, start buffing us up, because we really need that extra mutation slot. I think I actually have enough. We just have to go back to a terminal. There's probably one up back there. Alright, here's the pipe. So what we need is, we don't really need the hammer right now. So I'll grab the diving knife and... I guess I'll switch out the shield for the lantern. I really wish you had more hot pouch slots. And I don't know why there's no number 9. There's no 0 and there's no 9. That's all we need. I don't think we need a gill tube for here, because it wasn't very far. Gotta dip down here. This is why I didn't want to get rid of the shovel, because I actually don't remember if you have to dig this out or if you can just grab it. The Minotaur Maze Key. Thankfully, this freezes time so we can actually take a photo. There's not really a good angle on this one, though. Whatever. We'll grab that. There is, I think, well, last time I played it, there was only 2 keys in the game. No, 3. 3 keys in the game. Connected to chests, and each of the chests just has a blueprint for a weapon in it. Usually a pretty good weapon. Like the salt mace. Which is a salt element weapon. Now, I'm going to look over here while we're here. Funny how I said we're going to go directly to the Haze Lab, and then immediately wandered off. But, you know, it's all part of the same adventure. I want to check back here, because I'm pretty sure there's at least one milk molar kind of in this area. There's definitely one or two up on the table, but we're not going there yet. And if I remember correctly, we actually need the key up there. Like, the chest that goes with that key we just picked up is up on the table. And we got a can back here. Nothing hidden inside. Do you think when Pete goes to drink these, he just, like, shoves his face right into the edge of the, like, bubble and slurps? Okay, I'm not seeing any molars, but it might be hard to spot them in this grass jungle over here. Bunch of weeds. There might also be a sickly roly-poly over here. There's a larva underground, a bunch of them. Another sprinkler. So not all of the sprinklers are leaking. Most of them are fine. It's just certain ones that have sprung a big leak and created a flooded zone with no one to clean it up, apparently. There's the edge of the sandbox.
Taking a look.
Big old crab face. Yeah, there's like really nothing over here. What about back there? Come on, this looks like a place you would hide something. Right between the claw. Well, we're kind of going the right way now. How does the damage on this compare to the sword? Sword is like 2 bars. This is only 1, okay. So this is not a great weapon. It is very fast, though. But the sword is pretty fast, too. Like, almost the same speed. Which is why it's so much better than the crappy larva dagger. Oh, what about under there? A lot of mushrooms. Anything behind the mushroom? I wonder if you could build a little cozy hole home, like right here. Just wall up this area and live in here. Alright. Take a right here. Up and over this pile of rocks, and we should be at our tunnel. Nope, passed it. We don't want to wander into the haze without the gas mask equipped. But we don't need it to go in here. Nope. Bug loot is water damaged. I've never seen that before. I wonder if that's because they've been sitting there too long. Because, I mean, I've picked out regular gnats from the water, but, like, right after they fell in. Alright. We brought the gill tube, so I'll put it on. I like that putting it on suddenly gives you more air. Now we know there's some water fleas in here. But this knife should be enough to take care of him. Did he just oof at me? Where'd you go? Can eat that as a snack. Yeah, I mean, we didn't really need the gill tube last time. The only reason we really drowned is because we didn't have the knife, so I didn't have a way to go back. Man, they really suck at attacking. They are not a dangerous creature. And even without my full set, they're not doing that much damage. They really do oof sometimes. Now, I think there might be something off in the other direction, which is why I want to clear these guys out so I can check. Alright. I don't remember which one of these is the right way to go. There must be a lot of holes in this pipe for all these roots to be coming through. Diving bell spiders. Why are there two of them right on top of each other? Also kind of a question of why are they even here in this really dumb spot where there's nothing they can eat. Okay, so I think this is the wrong way to go. They might be guarding treasure, or they could be guarding the route. I actually don't remember. What was that sound? Did I break a fungus? No? Well, there's more fungus here, so this might actually be the right way. Yep. We've made it to the back entrance of the Haze Lab. And of course, it is full of haze-infected bugs, or fungal infected. Are these supposed to be cordyceps, or is he just guessing? Really? From that distance? They still did that much damage? Fucking weevils. Evil weevils. Alright, I'm just gonna set him off and then run away. There's a lot of them in here. Get a lot of fungus out of this place, of course. That's kind of the only thing we're gonna really pick up here. Okay, we want to break the exploding cysts. I guess they don't give you any fungus when you pop these. The fungus nodes are a separate resource. These will give you a bunch of them, which you only really use for making the explosives. They don't really have much other purpose. Okay, well, we are going to go into the lab, but before we do that, we're going to go back and check that other path. It's just light enough in here that you can kind of see where to go. You know, it's that slight level of non-realism that is enjoyable, rather than most survival games, which would make it pitch fucking black if you didn't have, like, a flashlight or something in here. They really don't give you a lot of food back. I hope we're not going backwards. Nope, I see some vines to cut ahead, so this is the other path. I don't know where this leads. This might just be a shortcut somewhere. Okay, I may have overestimated how much air I had left. I think we can make it back here, though. I think after the last episode, we had enough drowning to last the rest of the playthrough. Though, of course, there will probably be more drowning when we go back to the pond lab. Okay, we have a whole bunch more of these guys. I'm going to ignore them. Want to know what we have back here. Better not just be like a scabby. Is that quartzite? Kind of desperate for quartzite now that you can't really farm it. What is that? Oh, it is another spider. Alright, let's finish him off before we run out of light. Alright, are you not going to attack? We need his air, too. Oh, there's a super milk molar back here, a mega milk molar. It's already broken, so there's just the core. Oh, there's a scabby back here too, but oh, fuck me. Well, I think I'm gonna drown. Because holy shit, I cannot see anything. This is the... I'm just turning in a circle and I keep running into this water flea. It is abyssally dark in here. I can't even tell if I'm swimming into a wall. I'm just gonna die because, holy shit. Why is it so dark in here and not the rest of the tunnel? I wish I could turn on my scabby like a Pip-Boy. Great. Well, I'm gonna keep my diving knife in hand so that when I die, I will still have it, and we'll still have the guilt tube because we're wearing it. Wait, why can I see that? It looked like I had a mini flashlight. Okay, so apparently I picked the one fucking place that is super dark. Oh, we're all the way back here. Forgot to set my spawn back at base. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to set down a lean-to inside of that tunnel, like where we came out, so that we just have a quick respawn to try to take on that whole area. Fuck off, mosquito. I don't even want to pay attention to it. Just a waste of my time.
Better than starving, I think.
So I could have killed it pretty good with this dagger. Alright, let me turn on the icons again so I can find our base. I can't believe that I walked all the way back here after the pond and I didn't reset my spawn. I kind of wish there was an option to spawn at your closest bed. You know, it's not just the one that's saved, but whatever one you had nearby. But it's only respawn at the case, or respawn at your last base. Your last bed. I am glad, though, that there's no bed cooldown, because I think that's a stupid mechanic in stuff like Ark and Rust. But of course, that's because they're PvP games, so they don't want you to be able to just drop down a bed next to a base and keep attacking.
Ant spotted!
I remember one time in Rust, I put down a bed in the water underneath a bridge, and nobody found it for like a week. It wasn't part of a base or to attack somebody else's base, it was just like somewhere I could spawn where I could, you know, get back to without having a base that would draw attention. I do still have an interest in doing something with Rust, but I really feel like your capacity for enjoyment for that game is very dependent on finding the right kind of server for what you want to do. Because I really don't want a server that's mega focused on PvP, but I don't want like a no PvP ever server. And usually what it comes down to is you want to find an RP server, because those are the ones where there are actual admins enforcing rules that aren't just, hey, me and my friends get to be the ruling clan, so if you ever attack us, we'll just delete your stuff. But actually enforce things like, hey, you can't just go around killing people just for the way they look at you. Sure I can. Just put the gun to their head and bang. Alright, before we go, I want to repair my armor, because I noticed my chest piece is getting low. I don't have the other piece to repair. And we'll have to scan this mushroom slurry at some point. But for now, we'll put that in the process box. And I want to grab some clover. I think it's 3 clover, 3 sprig. For a lean-to, if I can find it. Yep, 2 sprig. And we want the other... I wish I had another slime lantern. We want the other slime lantern, though, because we need to get out of that hole with our stuff. Yep. Knew that was going to happen eventually. I put those there so that they'd have a hard time getting across the bridge, but then they never attacked, so... I haven't really got to test its effectiveness. As far as I know, though, that's the only, like, defensive structure you can make. And that's why I kind of imagine that fighting off a wave of enemies is pretty annoying in this game by yourself, because the combat is really designed for, like, one-on-one fights, you know? So when you've got, like, 8 spiders trying to break your walls down and you can only attack one of them at a time, I imagine you would probably get fucked up pretty quick. You know, when I tried to fight them off that first time they attacked and they just went after my little storage box, I only killed one of them before they broke the box and then left. So we're not going to use our lantern until we get over to that tunnel, because, you know, we can kind of see here. Well, maybe not. I wish you could repair the slime lantern instead of having to make a new one.
My mom always says I light up a room.
But I ran out of these, so I couldn't make another one. Just gotta be quick before it runs out. Gotta grab our stuff and we gotta get back to the lab. Back to the lab again. So I think what was happening is I was just swimming into a root when I tried to escape. And that's why I was not moving at all. Out of the way, you little shits. How is it that when I just ignore them and try to swim past, they hit me? But when I'm actually fighting them, they can't seem to land a hit. Yeah, see, I was swimming into the fucking back wall. I kept trying to turn around so I could leave. I'm definitely going to regret not bringing more bandages. Oh, more quartzite. I'm also going to regret drowning. I think we can make it. I think we could just make it. Oh boy, tight squeeze. Come on. Whew. Hope you were holding your breath for that one, because I was. Okay. So now we get to the lab, we set down a lean-to, and we should be good to actually complete it. There is going to be a tough fight in there, though. So I'm expecting trouble. Lantern is about to run out. And I'm just going to let that happen so I can free up the inventory slot. That's locked. We gotta fight our way through the fungus gauntlet. I'm not sure what happened to the lab over there, though. Like, why is it all caved in? Now, what I didn't do is I didn't bring a normal torch. I mean, inside the lab, it's not dark, but out here, it is.
I got the science.
No land rights. I think we can build one in here. I remember building one in here before, but we may have to put it, like, all the way out here. Nope. I guess they won't let you put it in here because then you could build a base in here. I don't see what the point of that limitation is, honestly. Like, if you want to go that far out of your way to avoid the waves of enemies, then does it really matter? You're gonna find some way to avoid them.
Water filtration tablets needed.
And it's a lot easier to apparently just build on a rock than it is to go all the way out here. Oh, tayz.t. Didn't expect to see you here. I gotta fix my inventory. put my proper helmet back on. And put my shield back on my hotbar and the hammer, because we're not going to need the little chopper in here. And now we're ready to fight. So that would be to open this door if we had come in from the exploding front area. You take some regular mushrooms, and then you put something weird on them, and they turn to this horrible shit.
Attempts to reverse cell age in mushrooms seem to be going well. Mutations are volatile but productive. The shift from phase 1 to 2 was almost a blur.
There might be a reason it seems like a blur, if I may be so bold.
Well, who asked you, Burgle? Shouldn't you be tending to your tasks instead of eavesdropping through the intercoms? Huh? Now, where was I? Yes, my friends, Marasmius aureatus here. The answer is hiding in that moist, supple flesh. And once I have it, I'll be back to normal Wendell in no time. Just like it was before this all fell apart. I'll walk into that presentation room and show those ominent schmucks I belong. How do you like that, Director Schmechter? Trudy and the kids will come back, and everything will be back to normal. I just need these blasted shrooms to reveal their secrets to me.
Forgive me, Dr. Tully. Did you say you wanted mushrooms on that?
So at first I thought he was just getting real fucked up on fungal gas and not realizing it, but I guess he's just getting wasted because his project is falling apart. Also, I guess his wife and kids left, which is why there's no one out here taking care of the yard with Tully seemingly missing. So he's not on vacation after all. I'm not sure why these fungus nodes are not dropping anything. Like, none of the ones in here are actually giving me fungal resources. Okay. A little lab room back here. Some of those excellent healing granola bars. Quartzite. That's the back door. Cool ideas. Sponsored by Slapshot. Fart solidifier spray for something. Mushrooms that talk. You're so smart, Wendell. Hi. Too hard. Bottom lid. Easy pour. Just right. You don't need to open the bottle. You just pop the bottom open and dump it into your mouth directly. They do seem to be using quartzite and marble as, like, rewards now. So I am assuming that there's no easy way to farm those. It's actually a pretty good amount. We might be able to get another upgrade in with that. Okay. I'm gonna put this on my healing spot. It doesn't heal that much, but it does heal a chunk quickly, which we're gonna need in here. So before we go out the back way, or check out what's in that back room, I'm gonna head up here, and I think this is where the main entrance is that we can pop open. There is a lot of beer cans lying around.
Taking a look.
Oh, that's why it was sponsored by Slapshot, because Slapshot beer. Goodbye, Wendell. Wendell, what can I say in this letter that we haven't argued about these last few years? Is there even anything left to talk about? It breaks my heart to admit it, but you need to change. I'm sorry, I just can't take the tears anymore. I can't bear the look of disappointment on our children's faces night after night, while pretending it's all gonna get better. So we're going up north to my sister's. I need the time to think and decide what happens next. Please don't call me, I won't answer. If you want to talk about where we go from here, you'll have to pull yourself away from your work and make the drive. I'll always love you, Wendell, and I hate that we've ended up here, but here we are. Please take care of yourself and don't forget to eat something healthy now and again. Your not yet ex-wife, Trudy.
Trudy was right, as always. Perhaps she should have been the inventor and not me. I should have listened to her when she insisted that I stop the experiments. But if I pack it up now, I will have nothing to show for it. No Trudy and the kids, no spacer, not even my own health. The longer I'm here, the more I'm lumping up, aging, folding, raisening. But why? What am I becoming? A wrinkly virus, flailing helplessly in the dirt with the mushrooms. They are my family now. Though we only branched on the evolutionary tree a little over 1 billion years ago, I can feel us getting closer again already. We're all a bunch of fun guys down here, aren't we? Oh, don't look at me like that. At least no one ever heard of a raisined mushroom, did they? Did they?
Is he gonna end up having, like, some real negative side effects of his experiments? He's gonna be all, like, shriveled up with mushrooms growing out of him somewhere? Ah, you little shit. Where did my sword go? Yeah, this would have got us in the front entrance. Which is right here. So I guess we could build a lean-to out front. I'd have to put my gas mask on to do it. Hopefully that's a good enough radius. Yep. Okay, we blew the front door open. So I'm gonna equip the mask. We're gonna put down the lean-to so I can get rid of that shit in my inventory. And we'll just have to immediately put the mask back on when I respawn. Oh, I also forgot to set my spawn at the bed again, didn't I? Back at base. So it's a good thing we didn't die again. Don't need that. Alright, set my spawn there. And let's go back and check out what's in the bottom of this area.
Nice and clean.
Spoilers, it's not anything nice. What is that? Oh. The diving bell spider chunk. Which you don't need right now, but I am going to need more of that to make our fancy bubble helmet. Thankfully, the haze gas is not actually leaking into the lab, despite the lighting. So this is the main room of the lab that we need to worry about. Grab some more granola bars. Phase 3 results. Explosive. The mutations in Phase 3 are progressing at rates I can't begin to quantify, and they've spread to the local fauna. Words can't express the sorrow I feel for these simple creatures, warped and manipulated into ravenous, horrible, exploding beings. Attempts to reverse or even slow the changes in the strange spores or the creatures it has spread to haven't been fruitful. I'm tasking Burgle with keeping an eye on all of this and introducing security defense procedures to keep this lab safe. Catastrophic as it may be, my confidence in raw science as a catalyst for growth and change is sealed now. How does Burgle exactly get around? Does he literally have to drive across the whole yard to get anywhere? Alright. I'm gonna slurp one of these, and then I'm gonna put this on my healing slot since it heals a lot more than the potions. So in here,
Right here.
we have an infected ladybug, which is the thing I'm worried about because I think it is not... Oh no, I'm locked in. It is not weak against slashing like the other stuff. And as you can see, its fungus attack is to fire a bunch of exploding things. Oh, they changed it. So previously there was a whole bunch of mites and shit in here too, but now it's just a little mini boss fight. I don't know why its health bar is flashing. Oh, now there are mites. I don't know where that mite came from. So the regular ladybug is weak against hammer. This one might be weak against hammer, too. The explosions are actually easier to deal with than its regular attacks. Okay, it doesn't do too much damage. Now, as I mentioned before, the problem with those mites is that if they hit you, they debuff your armor for a couple seconds. So we don't want to get hit when we're debuffed. I don't know where the mites are coming from, though. They're just kind of appearing. This isn't just a one-time enemy either. These things are all over the haze. We just almost ran into one previously. I don't suppose I can make this a little brighter. Problem is, turning up the gamma makes it so much, like, washed out so quickly. Let's see if we can get him over here into the light before we finish this fight. That should be a better shot. But yeah, this is the toughest of the fungally infected creatures that you'll see in the haze. There is one tougher one, but you actually won't see it until you get rid of the haze. And I'm not looking forward to that one, because I have never killed one of those yet. Okay, my free cam was stuck in the wall. Okay, and now we run. Oh boy. Need another granola bar. As a side effect, it's also dealing with our hunger, because we were getting pretty hungry in this fight. I guess we could actually get a little bit of extra damage in when he's doing that. Doesn't seem to be resistant to stabbing. This is doing okay damage. I ran into a fucking node. Did you say nerd? Colonel, not now. I'm fighting a ladybug. This one does have higher health, though, I think, than the regular infected ladybugs. So it is actually a mini-boss. I think the mites are spawning out of the explosions. Almost. Should be the one more shot. And dead. Oh man, there's a lot of mites suddenly. And specifically from fighting that boss, we get the Truffle Tussle mutation, which I think makes you punch better? I think it makes it so when you punch, sometimes you will, like, fungally explode your punch. Alright, let's collect the spoils of our battle. So that went pretty well. I expected to die there at least once. But I think the ability to upgrade armor definitely made the difference. Now we just get into the treasure room to get our super burgle chip. There's also a whole lot of mites in there. I like to that when Pete eats the granola bar, he doesn't unwrap it. Maybe that's why he doesn't like them. And he's always like, ugh, choke it down. I'll take as much fungus as we can carry, though. The less we have to come back and get more of that, the better. Alright, now we have to go back and see Burgle. But that should be pretty easy. And we have one more chip. Or one more tape. Explaining why there is deadly gas outside, because that doesn't come from the mushrooms.
Gone poorly. Very, very poorly. The essence of failure, the pinnacle of its craft. Local fauna? Berserk! Mushrooms? Exploding! My condition? Like a baby toe after a long bath. Burgle, are you there?
So he is actually like shriveling up?
Is this a test?
Yes, Burgle, it's a test. Now listen carefully. I'm abandoning this facility immediately. Initiate the Blazed Earth Protocol.
Dr. Tully, simulations indicate a 95.283% probability of catastrophic failure.
I assure you the percentages are much higher than that. Now do it.
Beep beep boop, beep 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 boop.
Why did you make fake beeping sounds?
You said this was a test.
I was being sarcastic. Complete the lab lockdown, blast the canister per protocol, and meet me in the Black Ant Lab.
So clearly, the Blazed Earth Protocol did not work. It did not kill any of the fungus or the fungal creatures, but it has seemingly prevented them from spreading to the rest of the yard. Now, if we want to get rid of this deadly gas, we are going to have to do a little bit of an exploration to the porch, I think. That is a lot of spider webs. I don't think I want to go this way, he said, continuing to go this way. No, it's clear. Whatever creature spun these webs is not here right now. They've wandered off for the night. Though we are in the deadly zone, so maybe they actually did die. That right there is what we need. This is a gum nugget. And I don't think we can reach it. I think it's slightly too fucking tall. But we can solve that problem with a staircase. So I think I showed off this gum nugget in one of the What's Update videos, but it broke, so I didn't actually get any resources from it, even though you're supposed to. But we need those for one particular task. So we need some grass stems and some weed stems. And we need to remember where this is. Because I think this node respawns, but I'm not 100% sure. It should respawn, because there are very few of these gum nodes around the map, and pretty much all of them are around the porch. So, if you want to use them for their other use, the one that isn't just a one-time thing, then you would actually need to be able to harvest them regularly. And that other use, by the way, is to use them for smoothies. Instead of grub goop, you can use a gum nugget as a base for a smoothie, and I believe it makes it double the durability, or double the length of time that is active. So it's a pretty good buff.
Don't even need to boil it.
Now we just gotta find a weed, which are usually pretty easy to spot. You know, they stick out. We were either looking for dandelions or one of those weird bushes. I'm not seeing one. I think we need to head back this way. But yeah, that was a pretty successful attack on the lab. We've died once in this episode, and it wasn't even to the thing I thought we would. It was to darkness. which was not on my grounded bingo card for ways to die. Alright, well, we're actually kind of like right next to the base, and I know there's a weed over here. You can see it. I do sometimes confuse the oak saplings for weeds, because they look fairly similar from a distance, but you actually can't cut those down. They're too tough for our little tools. Hence why nothing you can build is made out of wood. Probably come and harvest the rest of these later. But yeah, I guess there's one more major task that we can complete in this episode without taking much time. And you need the black ant shovel to harvest this, which is why I wanted to make sure we had that already. Put that on our bar. And we have to drop something, so we'll drop the ladybug head. You don't really need a bunch of those. Okay. Gum nugget. Ladybug head. Did it only give me one? The resource nodes in this game do that confusing thing where a bunch of little particles pop out, and then only one of them is a real particle and the rest all disappear. Now, we only need one for our current task. So we're gonna head up here. I can't put my stuff away. I don't need this grass that I got from chopping down the grass stack, and I don't need these to be in separate piles. Get up here on the porch.
Taking a look.
What does that say? Scientist at work. Watch your step. I guess they don't make signs for that officially. But up here, we can get onto the actual, like, nozzle for the herbicide. The weed killer can. Get a pretty good view from up here. Does that say tested paint? What's that? Oh, it's just a really big rock. That's the rock with the rake on it. I think there's a scabby on top of that. There's the garbage pile over there. We probably want to get up there at some point, come to think of it. I don't know how, though. There is the sand castle over in the sandbox. That's probably going to be one of our destinations soon, maybe after we do the pond lab. Anyway, the reason to come up here is because using that gum nugget, we can actually plug up the leak.
Of course. This gaseous crack that's flooding the entire area.
Though,
Lighting up enough of something sticky might just jam it shut.
was this part of their scorched earth protocol, is just hit it with an axe to make a hole in it? It turns out that gum nugget was a lot bigger than it looked when we picked it up. So, by doing that, we completely remove the deadly gas from this area. Which means we no longer need the gas mask when we're here in the haze, but we will still need it for places like the trash pile.
I feel a little less squishy now.
But now we can kind of freely explore through here. Even the trenches do not have any gas in them anymore. They are still full of exploding fungus. However, there is a reason not to do that, and that is because now there will be little pockets of fungus and fungally infected creatures appearing all over the yard, including the infected wolf spiders. And that is the enemy that I don't really want to fight. What does that say? Is that like a dead hamster? Dan the hamster, the third? Alright, can we get over there? Do I have a... I do have a tuft. So we could probably float on over there. But yeah, now we can kind of freely explore the trenches, because there is a good amount of quartzite and stuff down in those trenches. The other thing that changes now is you will start finding tier 3 weeds around the yard. Which I guess the weed killer was killing. In fact, I think it might be these things? Or is this an oak sapling? No. They're burr weeds, so they should have the little prickly burrs on them. Also got a lot of mite fuzz out of this. I wasn't expecting to pick up a lot. That guy dropped 5. Just wanted to head over here to the, well, that's a wolf spider. It's a wolf spider and a big block of quartzite. Or marble. Is there going to be like a dead hamster in there? Because I think there is actually a skeleton in one of the underground areas. I never saw it myself, but I remember reading about it. Oh no, is this part of the same hole? No. Where the hell does this go? Oh, this looks like a horrible spider hole. I think I just fucked myself. Oh, they made me drop my sword again? Where did it go? Oh no. Now I'm extra having to go down there. Alright, I think this is going to have to be a stealth mission. Because I hear a wolf spider down there. No, it's a regular spider. Oh boy. Okay, I think the wolf spider is up here. But we don't need to worry about that. It might be blocking the exit, though. I woke up. Well, second best plan. I don't know if I have enough arrows for this. Oh, I have 31, so we should.
Oh, I'm stuck!
Oh, I can see Pete's eyeballs. I don't want to see Pete's eyeballs. Am I actually stuck in a web? No, I'm stuck in third person. Just immediately go back to sleep. Well, I'm done here. Yeah, it like shoves you into third person when you get webbed, but then it doesn't put you back. Oh man, I don't know how to deal with this.
Keep your eyes open.
I really need that sword back though. I can't afford to make a new one. I mean, we could try to hit and run. I don't have any more of that goopy stuff to eat. Alright, we'll take a fuzz on the rocks for the extra health. I think we just need to grab this and run. Okay. Don't wake the baby. The spiderlings are going to give me away, though. God, what a horrible place to fall into. And not have a way to climb back up. I hope this is going out and not deeper. Looks like it's kind of curving back up. I don't know if we're going to be able to sneak by the wolf spider. Fuck off, spiderling. If there's no one around to help you, I will kill you. I think we're almost out. Oh, I wish we had a way to distract this guy. I think you can throw rocks as a distraction, but I'm not entirely sure how well that works. Fuck me, he's just like got his big fat ass right in the goddamn door. I don't know how close you can get while sneaking. And he's surrounded by spiderlings. I'm just gonna back up, take this little guy with me. No, you don't want to follow me? You know that you'll be safe if you're fucking hiding next to that bastard. Oh boy, what a, like, horror scene right here. You know, like, this is the scary part of a theoretical new Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Can we get a little bit more gamma on that? Maybe, time of day, sun, get a little sun in this tunnel? No. This would be perfect if it was just a little brighter. Still, it's a good visual for us actually trying to fucking get out of here. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. Either we die or we don't, you know? Now we run. Oh boy. Sorry, Ladybug. He didn't follow me out. Interesting. Alright, well that was cool, but also spooky. Falling into that spider hole. I didn't even know that was there. I suppose at some point we're gonna want to go down there and find out what's in it. I need a web fiber. What can we get rid of? Not that it matters, I guess we're gonna go back to base. Threat detected. Fucking spiderlings are so aggressive for their size. I did see a research station here somewhere. I think it's over here, closer to our base. Yeah, there it is. Surrounded by exploding fungus. There is a milk molar. I'm just going to go for it. Except we don't have the shovel equipped. And there's no reason not to, because we don't need to carry that. This might be the one I need if I don't already have free. Oh, my frame rates. I don't know why the milk molars do that. It's like the only thing in the game that really tanks my frame rate. We'll grab this too while we're here.
Infected larva spawning.
Why'd you say that, Pete? He didn't even know we were here until he said that. As you can see, though, this thing rips right through them. I say, and then I let them hit me like 15 times. That's not what I wanted. I wanted a bandage. Take the rest of your fungal growth. Alright, we're getting distracted. I'm aware we're getting distracted. Man, there's so many little goodies in here. There's a feather, which we don't have space for. More marble here. Now, I still don't actually know how to get the sturdy stuff. That is a lot of these guys. This is the problem with the trenches. They're completely full of these infected larvae. See, they just fucking comboed me, and it's like, how do you block that 3-hit combo when it's happening from 2 different bugs at a different cycle? Alright, well, we're not very far away because we're back at the lab. At least those weevils pretty much take care of themselves.
Holding raw science in my hands. What does it even mean?
Ow. This is the node I was trying to harvest before we got into larva battle. Come here, you little shit. Alright, maybe that's a bad idea when there's 3 of them. Where is my bag? A little bit trapped here. Ah, you can't climb. Actually, they can. They gave them like a jump they can do now. Alright, we're just gonna outrun them. There's no way they're smart enough to come over here, right? Gotta kill the almost dead one. Then I need to not get hit by this one. I'm just gonna keep running in a circle until I can open my inventory and use a smoothie. Now this doesn't do a lot of damage, but it will give me health back for every hit. And I don't think the heal is relative to how much damage you're doing. Got him. Alright, let's grab our marble and actually go home. But yeah, I'll have to go through and figure out which trenches I haven't explored so that we can get the rest of the molars and upgrade materials. There's a ladybug.
Taking a look.
Thankfully, there's not a lot of them around, and they're actually not that tough now. Now that you can upgrade your armor, and they have weaknesses and all that. But when they first added the haze, it was a lot tougher to deal with them. I don't think I've gone down into this trench, the one that's like really close to the house. There's more marble in there. Anything down here? Oh, there's a big chunk of sturdy quartzite. I built this bridge at one point because I thought that there was no easy way to get across it, and then I realized you can just walk over here. Okay, again, another successful adventure. That went pretty well, and it didn't take very long. So we can scratch that off the list, and I guess next time we're going back to the pond. We had our little poison adventure, and now we're ready to go swimming again. I think I'm going to grind out the materials to make the bubble helmet before the next one, just so we don't have to, you know, do the whole go into the water, kill stuff, come back, craft it, go back there. We can just get right into the lab puzzle that I horribly drowned trying to do last time. So, thank you for joining me for another adventure of Tiny Pete in the Yard. I once again forgot to switch characters. I keep forgetting to look at that when I die. To just look at it and go, yes, switch teen. If you can even still do that, I haven't really paid attention to see if there's an option to switch or if you're stuck as the character you picked to start with. That would seem like a weird thing to remove, though. I also need to go hunting black ants, because we need parts to repair our sword and shield. Now, that shouldn't be too hard, though. We didn't have a lot of trouble with them with our stabby. So I'll repair my armor. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks, and hope you had fun. I certainly did.